So I know this video is extremely random, but I really want you to listen to this one for me because this one's my baby, and I'm really proud of what I found out literally yesterday. But que pasa to the pack? It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
and today we're talking about the 50-point speedrun of NBA 2K21 on the next generation and also on the current generation, believe it or not. So I am pretty big into speedrunning. I like it. I did some speedrunning for Crash Bandicoot games when I was younger. I was really into it. I watched a lot of speedrun streamers. It's a big deal to me. I like it a lot. And I hated that there was like no speedrunning community at all in 2K. And I remember back in 2K17, I went on speedrun.com and I created the 50-point speed run category for NBA 2K17. No one had ever speedrun the game at all, and I didn't really know how to speedrun 2K in general. So I was like, get 50 points as fast as possible. I was like, you can only do pro difficulty, and that was basically my only requirement, and just don't cheat. And I did it, and at the time it was a big deal. I did it to get 18, and it got like 10 people to do it, and I dropped it. I stopped doing it. I was like, none enough people cared about it, so I just dropped it. And yesterday I go on DGB's channel. I just like happened to scroll across the video, and he said he got the 50-point speedrun record for NBA 2K21. I was like, hold on. What? Turns out people continued the speedruns every year, and now they have it for NBA 2K21 on the next generation. The 50-point speedrun is back, baby. People are already getting world records, and there's already a bunch of people doing it, and I was like, oh my god. Let me give this a crack, boy. Daddy's home. This is my first attempt at it, like literally my first try ever. I did do it here, and I got last, but I got tied with last, so it wasn't that bad. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. I chose Team Giannis for this video, or I guess attempt, and I was playing against the Detroit Pistons. I just assumed they're the worst team in this game. You have to use current NBA teams, but that doesn't mean that you can't use a Team Giannis team or all-star teams, anything like that, because they are the current teams anyways. What I'm doing before the game starts is I'm showing all my like little sliders to make sure I'm not cheating or anything. But this was my first attempt ever. I mean, I know I've done the 50-point speedrun before in other 2Ks, but in this year, this was my first attempt. Also, was the first time I ever tried it without a shot meter. So I wouldn't say this was like easy or anything at all. This was not like an easy thing, like oh, I got this. But still, I actually think I had a pretty good run. This was actually tied for the like last place run, but this is not bad at all for my first attempt ever. My game plan was what I did years ago. Leave them wide open, let them shoot. You're gonna see that I leave Wayne Ellington open a lot because for whatever reason he was missing a lot of threes. But you might be thinking, Pack, just oh, by the way, first attempt Curry slide. I think I made it, but I did not green it. But I started greening over time. But you might be thinking, Pack, just let them shoot it. Like the whole point of the speedrun is make sure they waste their time shooting shots, and then you can get 50 points as fast as possible. But that's actually not true. Not only do you want them to shoot it as fast as possible, you want them to miss it. I think I missed that one, and that's after that I started greening after this. I think, yeah, boom. Yeah, you absolutely want them to miss the shots, because whenever they make a shot, you can tell that there's a couple like time wasted where there's like a transition and then finally get the ball. Another terrible thing is fouling someone. That's like 10 seconds you lose if you ever foul anybody. So I made a big mistake there as well. Leaving Wayne Ellington wide open. Brick. That was my mindset. I also used Curry basically the entire time. I was just like, I just need someone that can hit threes and someone that has good animations. Curry has the easy Curry slide. Just do Curry slide 3, and it was just like automatic. And that was already a good game plan. Like I had 9 points in basically the first minute, so that was a really good sign. Leaving Blake Griffin open as well, because he hasn't really been hitting his shots, at least in the game. There was a couple misses I had, especially early on, but yeah, there was a lot of full whites I made too, so that was kind of helpful. I think this run definitely can be fixed. I think there's times that they made the ball or made baskets where they shouldn't. Timeouts don't help at all either. That's the problem, right? Like, no matter what, the coach is going to call a timeout. You can't turn off timeouts. That is cheating. But the other team will call timeouts if you're blowing them out. And so what are you going to be able to do? That's kind of the situation. I don't know how there's like a way to balance that or counteract that. I left Wayne Ellington, just let him shoot it. He did make that one, and you can see now that because he made it, there's a little cutscene. You have to wait, and now you get the ball. So that's another like 5 seconds you lose every time they hit a basket. I hit that from the logo, but I had takeover. But yeah, there's a lot of situations here where I think I could have saved time. But the record right now, I believe, is like 6 minutes 40 seconds, which is too whole minutes almost faster than mine. I don't know if I could shave 2 minutes off this time. And there was times where like the players wouldn't shoot it, like when I was playing defense and the offense, they like refused. And there was times where I missed badly like that, which is like a whole, like when you miss a shot, you basically lose like 20 seconds, which is huge. So every miss is about 20 seconds, every timeout's like 10, every foul is 10, every time they make a shot's 5 seconds. So there's a lot of time here that can be like shaven off, and then every time like wasting, like a Curry slide is technically another second I'm wasting. If I can just dribble up and pull up, that's another second I'm making or like shaving off every single shot. And over time that accumulates like 15 to 20 seconds. So there was a bunch of moments here where I thought I definitely could have saved. Like this, for example, I have me jumping into the stands and Blake Griffin just chilling, and I'm like, come on now. But I got lucky with a steal. And I'll talk about steals in a second. I gave Curry that, and I turned it over like an idiot. So I basically lost a whole like 40 seconds on this possession alone because of the wasting time, and then this, and then hoping they would shoot, they wouldn't shoot. And it was a whole ordeal. I was not a fan of this one at all. That was easily like I choked the run here. I could have had a pretty decent run if it wasn't for that whole situation right there. But I decided to keep going because it was the first try, and I was like, I just want to see what I can get. And then messing up the Curry slide early on, and then I finally hit it. One thing I want to notice is, yeah, you want them to shoot it as fast as possible and basically miss their shot. But what you want more than anything is that steals. That is the fastest way to get the speed run. If you can get a bunch of steals and basically never let them shoot the ball, you can get, and then basically green every shot without a Curry slide, just immediately shooting it, you can have probably the best time ever. And this is one of those like speed runs that I think will never be perfect. You'll never be able to have a perfect time. There's always gonna be something in a run that messed up. Like another way to make this perfect is you're seeing me run all the way to the 3-point line to shoot it. But if I have takeover, I should be able to just pull it from half court. So that's another second I'm wasting to get to the 3-point line. So there's so many things here. I'm already at 26 points with 4 minutes left. So I'm already halfway there, but still like this, I'm wasting time, I'm losing time, and then boom, they dunk it on me. Just terrible mistakes there. DGB, I think, had a video where he got like a 7-minute, 1 second, and someone just beat that with 6 minutes 40. So this speedrun's already growing, but I'm so happy. Also, easy green there. I'm so happy this speedrun is back, bro. I didn't do it in 2K19 or 20, but I did it in NBA 2K17 and 18. And now that it's back in next generation for 2K20, and I think they also have it for current gen. There's two different speedrun categories for current gen and next gen. Is so happy. Like there's other categories, but the 50-point speedrun is the first one. It was the one I invented. It's the one that's been growing still. I'm surprised they made this without me even having to make it on speedrun.com. It's so hype, and this is also my official like submission into it. I know I'm gonna have last place, but I don't care. I'll try to shave it down for another video, maybe try to get the world record, but maybe even stream it. I want to start streaming on Twitch again, and then when I stream on Twitch, I can post this and basically just like I can just do speedruns live. That would be sick. Another timeout by then, which was pretty brutal. That's another like 20 seconds lost. So I've lost 40 seconds in timeouts. I think a 40-second in that bad possession. So that's, I think, already a minute 20 I can shave off this time. But that's still, by the way, that's still not even really a good run. Compared to the world record, I'm still like 30 seconds off. So I actually haven't even seen the new world record. I haven't seen how they did it. But yeah. And I don't know if they changed the rules. I had the rules that you had to play on pro difficulty. You can't cheat at all. You can't touch the sliders. You can't change substitutions. And, because if you sub, like, so that's the other thing, right? If you like change subs, for example, that's gonna mess it up. But one more thing I noticed that I forgot to mention is some people were doing 6-minute quarters. You don't want to do that. You want to do 12 minutes because you want to get this done before the first quarter ends, right? That's like the whole point. Curry just right here, easy green. Oh, actually I missed this one, I think. Yeah, another miss, another like what, 10-15 seconds I'm missing. So there's definitely like if I didn't miss any shots, we're looking at a world record pace, right? Wide open Wayne Ellington brick. 35 points already, 6 minutes. So we're about, this is already speedrun time, like world record, and I've already only hit 38 points, so I'm pretty behind. That's the thing though, it's just, this is gonna have to be like a perfect run for a world record at this point, because 6 minutes 40 seconds is really fast. Also a huge mistake there from me. I was afraid to give it to Kemba Walker because I didn't know his timing. Beautiful shot there. I didn't want to give it to Kemba Walker because I was afraid of his timing. I didn't know it, and I didn't want to like risk missing shots, but it is what it is. It would have been cool if 50-point speedrun was on Hall of Fame. That would have made this category a lot more difficult. I guess we could make like a secondary version of this, but still. We're already at 7 minutes 30 seconds. We're already pretty deep in this one. But I just needed to hit 3 more threes, and I realized that, so I was like, let me just pull real quick. I don't want to have the worst time. And I actually tied with the worst time, exactly. So I have tied the worst time in this speedrun, but still, I'm going to try it again, and I'll try to get the world record eventually. But you see here, Jeremy Grant, wasting time. I'm literally leaving them wide open. They're not shooting it. I was getting so triggered. DeLon Wright with the open 3. Of course he made it. So, I mean, I'm just destroyed. I really didn't want to get last here, so I was like, okay, we just need to just pull. And easy Curry slide, Green kind of in his face, 20% covered. I just needed one more. I realized like the clock was ticking, and I was like, bro, I'm about to get the worst time ever. I was getting really pressured, but slowly ticking. I was really wanting them to just pass it away, and they weren't giving it to him, and I was getting really triggered with this part too. But eventually, boom, I think he misses it. And I think I just gave it to Curry, and I prayed. And I right here, I think Curry slide, I miss it. I get the board, give it back to Curry, and then it should have been a green. Oh no, I made that. Yeah. I made the dumbest shot, but that was enough time. And if I pause it right here, you see 8 minutes 37 seconds with the clutchest, basically half-court heave for last place in the world record rankings. But it's actually good enough. This is actually, if we're being honest, that's not a bad run at all for your first attempt ever. That is it for this video. I know that it's not the best speedrun, but at the time when I made this speedrun category in 2K17, we thought under 10 minutes was like a big deal. Now these dudes are getting under 7 minutes, and they're like, this is okay. So just imagine how many little things we can fix to make this run even better. So I want all of you, if you even kind of seem interested in it, try it out. Make a little attempt, record it, and post it on the speedrun.com website. I'll leave the link in the description. And thank you for watching. If you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.